Listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to say might be the slap in the face you've been avoiding your whole life. One day, you're going to wake up, look in the mirror, and realize you've wasted every single chance you had. That day will be too late, the clock doesn't stop, every second you waste is gone forever, and life doesn't give refunds. Right now, you're either building your future or digging your grave, and here's the truth. Nobody's coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not the universe. You have two options, act now or stay a nobody. It's that simple. Some people will spend their lives dreaming, but never moving. They'll talk about what they could have done, what they should have done. But the graveyard is full of dreams buried by people who are too scared, too lazy, or too distracted to take action. If you're not willing to fight for what you want, someone else will take it from you. And when they do, don't you dare call it unfair, because the truth is, they just acted while you sat still. Ambition is the fire that so many people claim to have, but talk alone has never moved mountains. You can tell the world about your dreams, plaster your goals all over social media, and speak endlessly about how badly you want success, but none of that changes a thing until you take action. Words are cheap, and dreams are free. The real cost comes when you start putting in the work. Action is what separates the pretenders from the achievers. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They executed. They didn't just imagine the life they wanted. They built it brick by brick, day after day. Without action, ambition is just a fantasy, an idea that will fade as quickly as it arrives. The uncomfortable truth is that your life today is the result of the actions you've taken, or failed to take, in the past. If you truly want something, your actions will show it louder than your words ever could. You can say you're hungry for success, but if you spend your days scrolling on your phone, complaining about circumstances, or waiting for the right moment, you're not hungry, you're comfortable. And comfort is the death of ambition. Every hour you waste doing nothing productive is a loud announcement that your so-called goals mean nothing to you. Action turns intentions into momentum, and momentum changes lives. The grind, the late nights, the sacrifices, these are the real signatures of ambition. Nobody respects a dreamer who never moves. Respect is earned when people see you do the things you said you would do, even when it's hard, even when nobody is watching. Action is proof because it demands something from you. It demands energy, sacrifice, and courage. Dreams cost nothing. Execution costs everything. To act is to expose yourself to failure, rejection, and discomfort, but it's also the only way to open the door to results. You can convince yourself that you're preparing, that you're waiting for the right time, but all that waiting does is rob you of opportunities. The truth is, there is no perfect time, and the only sign you'll ever get is the one you create with your own two hands. Every step you take builds a habit of movement, and habits shape who you become. By acting, you prove that you value your ambition enough to risk falling on your face rather than staying safe in mediocrity. Every day you're faced with a choice, act or stagnate. The difference between those who rise and those who fade into the background is not luck, intelligence, or even talent. It's movement. The people you look at with envy didn't get there by talking about how much they wanted it. They got there by showing up every day, grinding when it was boring, pushing through when it was exhausting, and refusing to quit when it seemed pointless. They took small, consistent steps until the results became too big to ignore. That's the quiet truth about action. It compounds. What you do today stacks on top of what you did yesterday, and before you know it, you've built a reality that once only lived in your imagination. Discomfort is the price of transformation, because change never comes from a place of ease. You cannot expect to become stronger, smarter, or more capable while living in the same safe bubble you've always known. Growth demands friction. It demands that you step into situations that stretch you beyond what's familiar, where you feel out of control, where failure is a real possibility. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it kills potential. Every great success story you've ever heard started with someone facing hardship, uncertainty, and fear, and pushing through it anyway. Transformation requires that you trade the softness of security for the grind of challenge. That pain you feel when you step into the unknown is the very proof that you are moving towards something greater. Without it, you're just standing still, convincing yourself you're fine when deep down, you know you're slowly dying inside. When you avoid discomfort, you avoid growth. It's that simple. You can't learn resilience without struggle, and you can't discover your true limits without pushing past them. The human body grows stronger under resistance, and the mind works the same way. Every obstacle is a test. Will you lean in and face it, or will you run back to safety? People who fear discomfort live small lives, repeating the same year over and over until they call it a lifetime. Transformation, on the other hand, demands the courage to embrace the burn, the exhaustion, the uncertainty. This is the toll you must pay to reach the other side. No shortcuts, no bargains, no way around it. You will have to walk straight through the storm. That's where the old version of you gets stripped away, and the new one is born. The truth is, discomfort is not your enemy. It is your compass. It points you toward the exact place you need to go if you want to evolve. The very things you resist are usually the things that will shape you the most. That's why so many people quit. They mistake the pain of growth for a sign that they're doing something wrong, when in reality, it's the clearest sign they're doing something right. Every time you push yourself to have that hard conversation, take that risky leap, or endure that exhausting grind, you are paying the price for a better version of yourself. Comfort is the sedative of the average. Discomfort is the training ground of the exceptional. In the end, life doesn't reward intentions. It rewards execution. You can have the biggest dreams in the world, but if you never take action, they will rot in your mind until you're left with nothing but regret. And if you do take action, you must understand it won't be easy. Growth demands you pay in discomfort. That's the tax life charges for transformation. There's no shortcut, no hack, no magical moment where it suddenly becomes easy. The choice is in your hands every single day. Act now or stay a nobody. Move even when it's inconvenient. Push even when you're tired. Step into the discomfort, because on the other side of that pain is the life you've been imagining all along. Every day you delay is another day you hand over to mediocrity. Stop waiting for permission. Stop thinking you have time. You don't. You either build the life you want or you settle for the life you get. And settling is slow death. So get up, move forward, do the hard work, and prove to yourself and the world that you were never meant to be average. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. And thank you for having the courage to even hear these words. Now make sure you do something with them. God bless you, stay strong, and I'll see you on the other side, where the winners live.